Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to study redox reactions, their properties and examples. So let's begin. The first is oxidation. As we all know, the basic property for oxidation is the addition of oxygen, and it also involves removal of hydrogen. The third property says that it involves addition of electronegative element. Now here, electronegative term refers to the gain of electrons and forming anions. The second property involves removal of electropositive element. Here, electropositive refers to the removal of electron. The fifth property says that it involves losing of electrons, which says the same. The second property says that it involves increase in oxidation number. Now, let us see some examples for oxidation. The first one is 2 Mg plus O2 giving 2 MgO. As here we can clearly see that oxygen has combined to form magnesium oxide. Hence it can be said that this is an oxidation reaction. Now let us see the reduction reaction. Here reduction reaction involves addition of hydrogen, which is also the basic property for reduction, and second, it involves removal of oxygen. The third property says that it involves addition for electropositive element. Now discussed earlier, electropositive refers to the losing of electrons, and fourth property says that it involves removal of electronegative element. Fifth property says that it involves gain of electrons, which is also the same. The sixth property says that it involves decrease in oxidation number. Now we will be studying oxidation number in further slides. Now for today, let us see what are examples for reduction reaction. The first example says that 2HgCl2 plus SnCl2 gives 2Hg2Cl2 plus SnCl. As we can see here, there has been change in oxidation number, hence we can say that it is an reduction reaction. Now in second example, it can be clearly seen that Fe3 plus 1 electron giving Fe2 plus. As here we can see there has been an addition of electron, hence this is a reduction reaction. Now let us see the reduction reaction. The word redox means red plus ox. Here red refers to reduction and ox refers to oxidation, combining to form redox. Now basically the definition for redox reaction are as follows. Oxidation and reduction always occur together. That is, no substance is ever oxidized unless something else is reduced. Therefore, these reactions are collectively called oxidation reduction or redox reactions. Basically, redox reactions are classified into four types. The two of them are metal and non-metal displacement, and the third is disproportionation reaction. For now, let us see the examples for redox reaction. The first one says that CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2. As here we can clearly see that the CH4 has undergone oxidation reaction due to the removal of hydrogen element, and here 2O2 has gone reduction reaction due to the combining of hydrogen. The second example says that Fe2O3 plus 3CO gives 2Fe plus 3CO2. Here it can be classified that these are all redox reactions.
So now we are going to learn about four types of redox reaction. Four types of redox reaction are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, and disproportionation reaction. Combination reaction. A combination reaction is a reaction in which two or more substances combine to form a single new substance. Combination reaction can also be called as synthesis reaction. The general form of combination reaction is A plus B, which gives AB. Its example is sodium plus chlorine gives sodium chloride. Metals and non-metals both react readily with oxygen under most conditions. Magnesium reacts rapidly when ignited, combining with oxygen from the air to produce a fine powder of magnesium oxide. Sulfur reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. The second is decomposition reaction. A decomposition reaction is a reaction in which compound breaks down into two or more simpler substances. Its general formula is AB, which gives A plus B. Decomposition reaction requires an input of energy in the form of heat, energy, or light. Example, 2HgO plus 2Hg gives 2Hg plus O2. A reaction is also considered to be decomposition reaction even when one or more of the produces are still compounds. Calcium carbonate decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Sodium hydroxide decomposes to produce sodium oxide and water. Third one is displacement reaction, which is also known as single replacement reaction. It is a reaction in which one element replaces a similar element in a compound. The general form of a single replacement reaction is A plus BC, which gives AC plus B. Example, Mg plus Cu NO3 gives MgNO3 2 plus Cu. This subcategory of single replacement reaction is called a metal replacement reaction because it is metal that is being replaced, especially copper. In a hydrogen replacement reaction, the hydrogen in the acid is replaced by an active metal. This proportionation reaction is a reaction in which two units as atoms, molecules, ions, or radicals of the same species react with each other to give two units as of atoms, molecules, ions, or radicals of different species. This proportionation reaction has the general equation as A plus B, which gives B plus C. Example, CH3CH2 plus CH3CH2 gives CH3CH3 plus CH2 double bond CH2. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Isha. As we have studied earlier about oxidation and reduction, reduction means decrease in oxidation number, whereas oxidation means increase in oxidation number. So what is oxidation number? Oxidation number is the residual charge which an atom of an element appears to have in its bonded form. Oxidation number also refers to total charge on all atoms of the same kinds in a compound. In simple language, we can say that the oxidation number of an element indicates the number of electrons lost, gained, or shared when the element from free state to form that compound. The change in the oxidation number of a species help us identify if the element is undergoing oxidation or reduction. Here are some examples. Oxidation state. There is a major difference between oxidation number and oxidation state. A term that is frequently used interchangeably with oxidation number is oxidation state. In simple language, we can say that it refers to the charge per atom of all atoms of same kind in a compound. Oxidation state refers to the degree of oxidation of an atom in a molecule. In this example, the oxidation state of sulfur is 0, 0 plus 5, whereas the oxidation number is different. There are many ways to calculate oxidation state as well as oxidation number. Here are some rules. First, in an ionic compound, oxidation number is simply charge on corresponding cation and anion. For example, NaCl. In NaCl, sodium has oxidation state +1, whereas chlorine has oxidation state -1. Similarly, magnesium chloride. Magnesium has oxidation state +2 and chlorine has -1. 2. In each of the cases of ionic compound, the sum of the oxidation number of all the atoms in an ionic compound is equal to 0, as they are neutral species, for example calcium oxide or any other ionic compound. In a covalent compound, oxidation number cannot be assigned directly as there are no actual charge. There are some rules. Any element in its natural state or free state has oxidation state 0, for example H2, acid, P4O2, ion. The oxidation state of cation and ion is equal to the charge on it. For example, SO4 2-, CO3 2-, NH4+, HCO3-, SO3 2-, PO4 3-. Here the oxidation state of sulfate ion is -2. Similarly, of carbonate ion it is -2. Similarly, the oxidation state of all the cations and anions is the charge on it. The algebraic sum of oxidation number of all the atoms in a neutral compound is equal to be 0. The algebraic sum of the oxidation number of all the atoms of an ion is equal to the charge on it. The oxidation state of alkali metals is +1 in all their compounds and that of alkaline earth metals is +2. Here are the examples. Hydrogen has oxidation state of +1 with electronegative element and -1 with electropositive element, for example HCl. Cl is electronegative element, hence the oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, whereas in NaH, Na is electropositive element, hence oxidation state of hydrogen is -1. Fluorine is the most electronegative element and therefore its oxidation state is always -1. In this example, PFi, the oxidation state of P is +5 and of F is -1. Oxygen is almost all of its compound has oxidation state of -2, but in case of peroxide, oxidation state of oxygen atom is -1, and in superoxide, oxidation state of oxygen atom is -half. In case of oxyfluoride, O2F2 and OF2, oxidation state of oxygen is +1 and +2 respectively. Oxidation state of the most electronegative element will be in its minimum oxidation state, for example H2SO4. Here the most electronegative element is oxygen and its minimum oxidation state is -2. If the oxidation number of the central atom exceeds the maximum limit in oxide, then there will be peroxide linkage in that molecule, which we can identify by drawing the structure of that element. Compound. Stock notation. What is stock notation? Oxidation number of a metal or non-metal in compounds is represented in parentheses, which means small brackets, by Roman numerals after the symbol of the element or after the name. Here are some examples.
Now we are going to see the balancing of a chemical equation. Importance of balancing an equation. A balanced equation obeys the laws which gives conservation of mass. This is important guiding principle in chemistry. Finally, a balanced equation lets us predict the amount of reactants needed and the amount of the product formed. 4 steps of balancing an equation. Make a table. In a chemical equation, there are subscripts and coefficients. Second step, determining and balancing the first element. Pick an element that appears in one molecule on the left side, in one molecule on the left. Balancing hydrogen and balancing oxygen. Balancing redox reaction via oxidation number. Let's balance this equation. Fe2O3 plus CO gives Fe plus CO2. Step 1 is to assign oxidation numbers to each of the atoms. Step 2 is identify the atoms that are oxidized and that are being reduced. In the above equation, carbon is being oxidized since its oxidation number increases, and iron atom is being reduced since its oxidation number decreases. Step 3 is to write the oxidation number change. The carbon atom's oxidation number increases by 2 while the iron atom's oxidation number decreases by 3. As written, the number of electrons lost does not equal the numbers of electrons gained. In a balanced equation, these must be equal. So the increase in oxidation number of one atom must be made equal to the decrease in oxidation number of other. Step 4. Use coefficients to make the total increase in oxidation number equal to the total decrease in oxidation number. In this case, the least common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. So the oxidation number increase should be multiplied by 3, while the oxidation number decrease should be multiplied by 2. The coefficient is also applied to the formulas in the equations. So a 3 is placed in front of the CO and in front of the CO2. A 2 is placed in front of the Fe on the right side of the equation. The Fe2O3 does not require a coefficient because the subscript of 2 after the Fe indicates that there are already 2 iron atoms. Step 5. Check the balancing for both atoms and charge. Occasionally, a coefficient may need to be placed in front of a molecular formula that was not involved in the redox process. In the current example, the equation is now balanced. Balancing redox reactions using ion electron method. Let's balance this equation. Cu plus HNO3 gives Cu2 plus NO. Step 1. Assign oxidation numbers to each of the atoms in the equation and write the numbers above the atom. Step 2 is to separate redox reaction into half reactions. A redox reaction is nothing but oxidation and reduction reactions taking place simultaneously. Identify and write out all redox couples in reaction. Identify which reactants are being oxidized and which are being reduced. Cu is being oxidized and HNO3 is being reduced to NO. Step 3. Balance the atoms in each half reaction. A chemical equation must have the same number of atoms of each element on both sides of the equation. Balance the oxygen atoms. Check if there are same numbers of oxygen atoms on the left and right side. If they aren't equilibrate these atoms by adding water molecules. Balance the hydrogen atoms. Check if there are the same numbers of hydrogen atoms on the left and right side. If they aren't, equilibrate these atoms by adding protons. Step 4. Balance the charge. To balance the charge, add electrons to the more positive side to equal the less positive side of the half reaction. It doesn't matter what the charge doesn't matter what the charge is as long as it is the same on both sides. Adding 2E minus charge to Cu2 plus and adding 2H2O to NO. Make an electron gain equivalent to electron lost. The electrons lost in the oxidation half reaction must be equal to the electrons gain in the reduction half reaction. To make the two equal, multiply the coefficient of all species by integers. To make the two equal, multiply the coefficients of all species by integers, producing the lowest common multiple between the half reactions. Step 6. Add the half reactions together. The two half reactions can be combined just like two algebraic equations. With the arrow serving as the equal sign, recombine the two half reactions by adding all three reactants together on one side and all of the products together on the other side. Step 7. Simplify the equation. The same species on opposite sides of the arrow can be cancelled. Write the equation so that the coefficients are the smallest set of integers as possible. So the balanced equation is 3Cu plus 2HNO3 plus 6H plus 3Cu plus 2NO plus 4H2. Therefore, the equation is balanced.